Hello guys and girls, it's your boy Amplifier. Today I want to do a small tutorial about battle mages, because a lot of people from my guild and a lot of people from cross servers and YouTube as well are asking me about a small guide how I'm able to tank everything with very less damage taken and very nice damage output. So there will be a couple of sections of the video about skills, about sigils, about mastery, etc, etc, etc. So bear with me. If you want to just skip to them, I will put the timers on the sections on the video, so you can just jump on it and to see what do you need exactly. So let's start it, guys. So guys, let's start with skills. The first skill that it's your one of the main skills is Draining Touch. I'm using the sharp engraving, so make sure you use it too, because the other two are, one of them is for PvP and the other one is just useless. So make sure you use the sharp. About inscriptions, for the Draining Touch you will use the both cooldown reductions. I will explain why. The next spell you will use Shocking Grasp on Overlords, trash mobs, and all the time in raids. You will ask me why not the new skill. Okay, I will explain that too. But first, engraving, I'm using sharp because as a long time battle mage, I'm aware of my cooldowns. I know when I can taunt, when to taunt, and everything else, so I don't need to have a taunt effect on my Shocking Grasp. So if you are new on battle mage and you are not able to pay attention on all cooldowns on raids and stuff and etc., just make sure you use the cleave option, that you're hitting two additional targets. The delay one, it's PvP one. The stun lasts 1 second longer, so useless. So you just use the cleave one and you will be able to taunt every single time. So inscriptions is very easy. You take the Faraday cage. So basically when you use your Shocking Grasp, you're reducing your normal attack damage taken from the target that hits you. And probably if you want to be more on a damage dealer, so you can take the blue damage dealing inscription. The next spell is the Arcane Explosion. It's the same with Draining Touch. It's a filler magic just for your stacks. I'm using of course the sharp one, because the reduced mana doesn't help you much, and the electric barrier 3 seconds longer, lasts 3 seconds longer, actually is useless, because every 2 or 3 seconds you use your Arcane Explosion, so useless. That's why you use 5% more damage. About engraving, you don't need actually to put engraving. You need engravings only on 2 spells, on Shocking Grasp and Draining Touch. And everything else is self-explanatory. So Static Prison, you will take the engraving that reduces the cooldown. Your Teleport reduce the cooldown. Your Maelstrom, you will take the additional charge. If you are a new player and a low player, you will use the cooldown reduction or the heal, so make sure to take the proper one. The Magnetic Shield, when you use on Shocking Grasp the engraving that is sharp, that you don't have a taunt ability, you will use the Magnetic Shield as a taunt ability. That means you will not use it on your rotation when you're not tanking, because in raids you'll be changing all the time the tanks, so you will not use your Magnetic Shield on your rotation when you're not tanking. When you're tanking, you can use it all the time. That's not a problem. That's why you need to know how to use those spells together, Shocking Grasp and Magnetic Shield. And of course you will take the cooldown reduction. That's the logic. and the other three spells are passive. So ultimate, of course, very important. If you're low geared tank Battlemage, you will save every single time you ultimate on Overlords for the bosses till 10% HP from the boss, because probably if your server is still new, there will be people, the DPS people will be not able to output so much DPS, so probably the boss will enrage and your ultimate will save, like, how much is it? For wait, where is the ultimate? Yeah, there's it. For 15 seconds? Yeah, for 15 seconds. For 15 seconds it's gonna give you a big window, so the people will continue DPSing and stuff, so that's gonna be pretty amazing to have all the time in option when the boss is almost dead, like 20% or something like that. So save your ultimate every single time at the end. Your ultimate does not do so much damage, don't use it as a boost DPS or something like that. You're a tank, you should not do DPS. You're a tank, you should not die, so the other people can continue DPSing. About skills, actually that's it. Yeah, I wanted to explain why I'm not using the new skill. So the new skill is very explainable as well. I'm using at the moment Sharp because I'm using the new skill only in a couple of Overlords, and only when I know that I have a low DPS with me. I mean the people that I'm helping. For example, if somebody is undergeared, somebody doesn't have enough resistance or something like that, or the boss deals a lot of magic damage, I will use the new spell, because on 5 stacks it gives you crazy amount of resistance, magic resistance, and the damage actually is the same like the other spell, the Shocking Grasp spell. But as you can see, I'm using the sharp engraving. That means the taunt is removed again. So if you want to play with the new spell, no problem with me, but you will have problems in Overlords with the trash mobs, when you have trash in raid. For example, the new raids have additional ads, so you will have some trouble with taunting them. That's why I'm preferring to play all the time with Shocking Grasp. Doesn't matter where I'm going. And you should use the bonus resistance, so you'll not remove the taunting effect. Just take the magic resistance and you'll be fine. And that's it about the skills. I will jump on it now on Mastery. So about Mastery, it's very easy, of course. You will take electric armor till 450. If you're a new player and you don't have so much points, you will take it at least till tier 4. Then you're gonna start with dimensional at least till tier 4, and then you're gonna go to magical master till tier 4. Or for my opinion actually is like this: go electric armor till 4 and the other 2 till 3. When you're done with other 2 at 3, you'll go till the maximum at the main one that you're using, because it gives you a lot of resistance and a lot of armor. So just make sure you make the right decisions and put your points correctly, so you don't need to spend diamonds on it. And for Mastery, actually that's it. It's not much for explaining. You don't need to change Mastery on PvP or Overlords or raids. It's one Mastery only. That's the most broken Mastery that it's in the game at the moment, if you ask me, because it gives a lot of amount of armor and resistance. So let's jump to Tallents now. So Tallents, as you can see, my Tallents is a bit different than other tanks, and I will explain why. So first of all, as we can see on the Mastery side, we get a lot of armor and a lot of resistance from our mastery, 72% for both of them. So basically our talents depends on the mastery. So you will go only for armor, because armor are increasing our damage output and it's good to have it. So you will get hard armor till 10. So the second row I will explain why I didn't get the shield mastery and why I didn't get an hour escape. So shield mastery, it's a block rating increase. So let me explain something. As a battle mage, you are a mage. You're not Templar, you're not Guardian or something like that, or Vanguard. You are mage. So basically your shield does not block so much. You are blocking a lot of spell damage and you deal a lot of damage. So basically you don't need that talent. So why I didn't get the narrow escape? Because just let's read it. When below 40 HP, 40% HP, your healing receive is increased by 10% for 10 seconds. But as a tank, you should never go under 40% HP. That's a no-go. When you go under 40% HP, that means something is wrong with your character, because you should be a tank, you should not go under 40% HP. So that talent, it's only for low level tanks. If you're low level tank, I would say with all my power and stuff, just go for an hour escape. It's very nice talent for a low geared tank, for example, without legendary, without any tier sets or something like that, that you don't have enough dodge on parry. Just go for an hour escape. It's gonna help you a lot, believe me. It's gonna be every time up, because it's gonna stay 10 seconds and it may occur once per 10 seconds. So basically if you go 40%, you will get the buff, and then the healer heals up, but you get another hit that it goes under 40%, you'll get it again. So just take it. It's very nice talent. But I'm going at the moment at fittest, because when I'm getting some kind of crowd control like silence, like slow, and etc., I'm getting 20% increase armor and resistance. And believe me, that's a lot of cases that as a tank you get slowed or silenced or something like that, and you're getting those benefits. So basically armor and resistance are very good for you. So about next talent row, I'm going with strong body, so more HP. As a lower tank you can go 50-50, 5 points on a strong body and 5 points on coordination, because of the healing effect that you're gaining. So make sure you take both of them if you're a lower tank. If you're a high-end tank like me, just go full HP. Don't go for healing receive, just go for full HP. The fourth row is very interesting, because it's basically two of them are useless for PvE. So first one, Spendlore, critical spell damage. The bosses, trash mobs, and bosses from Overlord and raids cannot crit you. They cannot crit you. So basically you will not get this resistance if get crit. So basically that's a PvP talent, don't take it. The next one, incoming physical critical damage. The same, the bosses cannot crit you even with physical damage. Don't take it. And of course for PvE it's the only way, Counter-Strike. Successful parries increase your haste by 15%. And believe me, 15% it's a lot for you, because your auto attacks are doing crazy amount of damage. You will not believe it, but it does a lot of damage. So make sure you take it. Next row, of course, you go parry rating. All the points, doesn't matter what kind of tank you are. If you're level 1 or level maximum, just go for a parry. Don't go for the block rating. I already explained it. You are a battle mage, you're not Templar, you're not Vanguard, you're not Guardian. Just go for the parry. You need base stats, flat stats. So next talent, you take 4% decreased damage when you're below 30% HP. So it's the same, almost the same like the narrow escape talent, but it's another thing. So it's again for high-end tanks, not recommended, because as a high-end tank you should not go under 30% HP. But if you're a lower tank from the high-end tanks and you don't have so much dodge on parry, you will definitely go with this one, because you will get 4% decreased damage under 30% HP, so you'll be able to receive less damage. So please take it if you're lower tank than normal. If you're a high-end tank, I will prefer to go with this one, because if you are above 90% HP, you will receive all the time, that's a passive talent, 3% less damage from the target that fighting you. So pretty nice talent. The other one, I don't like it at all, because I don't find any use on this one, because as a tank you will not ever use Stone Skin. I don't know why they put it there, but yeah, don't take it. Next row, every single of the tanks should take dodge. As I said, we need flat stats: dodge, parry, HP, crit rating. I will explain why crit rating. You need flat stats. Resistance, no, you don't need. Next talents, don't look those two talents, the first two talents. Savage is one of the most overpowered talents for battle mages, even for all tanks. Just read the spell: increase your armor and resistance by 25% when your attack critical strikes. The effect lasts 5 seconds and can occur only can only trigger once every 10 seconds. So basically every 5 seconds you will receive that buff. And this buff is pretty amazing with combination with Draining Touch. I told you on the talent section that I will explain you why. When your cooldown is so much reduced on your Draining Touch, normally the cooldown is 3 seconds. I think with the engraving, not the engraving, the inscriptions, it goes till 2 seconds cooldown. So every 2 seconds you will be able to use Draining Touch. So every 2 seconds you will be able to get this talent, probably get critted with the Draining Touch and get the talent proc. You can get it from auto attacks. That's why counter strike is very good, because you'll shoot very fast and you will be able to crit almost every single time, because you need a talent all the time on you, so you will be doing a lot of damage and you will have all the time in some kind of damage reduction, because you're getting armor and resistance by a lot. I have it only on 2, you can get it till 5. So believe me, you need that. Savage is amazing talent, one of the best talents in game. And yeah, make sure you paying attention when you see that talent. Use your skills for damage output, and yeah, it's amazing. Next row, it's physical damage mitigation. So physical damage is something that you need, of course, but it's not the same like armor. It's like, for example, when I'm a berserker and I'm fighting Battlemage. I'm hitting him with 1000 damage, but he has like 10% damage mitigation. That means I will do to him only 900 damage. And the armor is work almost the same, because the armor that you have, you reduce like 80% from the damage that they'll deal. So basically you will receive not 1k, not 800, you will receive like 250, maximum 300 damage. That's why you don't need that. You'll just go for the magic damage mitigation, because as a tank you will still receive magic damage. You will not resist it, of course you will able to resist it, but you will still receive the magic damage. So that's why you will go to the magic damage mitigation, 3% less damage magic damage that you will receive. That's quite a lot. And the next talent is of course Merciless. You will increase your damage over time, stacks 6 times, so basically that's 12%. And yeah, pretty much that's it. The other 2 talents are not very important. I will not go over them because yeah, they're not important. And I prefer to go to Strategist. A lot of people are going for a Combat Master, so they will take a lot of more talents there, so for more damage output. But as I can say, I said, we are tanks, we should tank, we should not do DPS. So I'm going for Strategist. I'm getting the hit rating, of course, 3% hit rating. And the next talent is Readiness. It's very nice talent because the first attack that the boss does, you will be immune for it, because it the same way that's how this talent works actually. So yeah, it's amazing. You'll go for precision, of course, and I'm going for Field Doctor, but for a lower tank you should go for Elusiveness, because when you dodge you will get a moving speed, so you'll be able to move from some kind of puddles or fire on the ground. So this talent is just amazing if you are not so aware how to move and where to move. So make sure you take it. And that's it actually for talents. Let's jump to Sigils. So about the Sigils, as you can see on the right side, you can see my stats. I have 2.5% dexterity, spirit, blah blah blah. Critical rate I have 6%. Critical resistance is PvP, but I have some kind of sigil that it gives me, vitality and another strength and intellect and etc. And dodge rating almost 15%. So I'm not using full dodge rating sigils because I am already capped versus level 85. That's why I'm not using. But as a lower tank, you should take on the red side full dodge sigils, like those on the bottom, 1.2% dodge percentage. All of them should be dodge. In the middle should be like this. Try to get it at 5 or 6 if you don't have at least 4, so we will get some kind of dodge percentage. On the yellow side again you will get the 5 or 6 or 4 dodge ratings sigils, and on the blue ones the only good ones are with critical rating. Critical rating increasing your parry rating as well. So crit rate, it's very good for you as a battle mage, so make sure you have some. And that's it actually. I mean, as you can see, I have here a lot of variables. I have Overlord raid tank sigils, I have PvP tank sigils, so you should be able to understand what I mean with sigils. It's very easy. You need those stats, believe me. You need the dodge rating, you gain enough parry rating for your shields from your talents. The dodge rating, it's a bit tricky to get, that's why sigils are very important to get with a lot of dodge. So the next thing is about, let me see, yes, runes. Let's jump to runes. So let's see runes. I'm using the full tank runes all the time when I'm tanking something. So the first riddle on the first book that you should use as a tank is number 13. It gives you a lot of dodge, a lot of vitality, a lot of resistance. It's pretty nice. Don't make it on full gold. I will explain why. Because no need to make it right away to gold. So the next book, the second book, you will take the rune word number 13 again. You will getting intellect, spirit, dexterity, strength, parry rating 1% and resistance rate 1%. So strength, dexterity gives you for each point of strength and dexterity 2 armor. So that's pretty amazing. Intellect and spirit gives you 0.8% resistance, and intellect gives you attack power by 1.2% and 0.8% resistance as well for the intellect. So very important to get a lot of stats like intellect, spirit, dexterity and strength. Flat stats like I said before. So third book, you will take the number 10. It gives you hit rating, resistance, vitality, crit, dodge and critical rating. And the extra bonus, it gives you resistance rate by 1% and healing received by 1%. So pretty amazing. I think I forgot to tell you about those. Yeah, 65% HP. When you go under 65 HP, you will receive 8% damage reduction. And for the first one, you will get some armor and resistance buffs. Stacks that 3 times when you get hit by some kind of target. You have 30% chance to proc that buffs. On number 4, you're gonna take riddle number 13. Sorry. You'll get vitality, resistance, critical rating, resistance, and dodge rating. And the bonus is that you will do a lot of more damage, and you will receive area damage reduction by 10% of the damage for 6 seconds. On the number 5, you will take, probably to take the best one is 15, but at the moment I'm using 13 because of the critical rating. Yeah, I'm using because of the critical rating, and you're getting a lot of flat stats like intellect, strength, and etc. And the 15 one, it gives you a lot of vitality and a lot of strength and dexterity, etc. So it's very nice too. But I would prefer to use the critical rate for every single tank, low or high-end tank. Here it's very important to do this rune at full gold, because it's number 7, it's pretty cheap. I did it on gold just because of the dodge and parry rating, so I will receive extra parry rating and dodge. And I'm receiving at the moment 60 parry rating, 60 vitality and 60 critical rating, and it's pretty amazing. So make sure you get this one. So on book number 6, you will take number 7. Book number 7, you will take the riddle number 7 as well, parry rating and dodge. It's the same like the other one. On book number 7, of course, you're gonna take the number 7 again, dodge rating and a lot of stats. And the last and the new one, I took the number 5 just because of the flat stats, strength, dexterity, and etc. You can go for the defensive one with that gives dodge rating, so make sure you get this one because it's gonna give you a decent amount of dodge. So if you're not capped, it's a pretty nice way to cap if you don't have the sigils and etc. About runes, actually that's it. Make sure you don't fill them up with gold, just make sure you fill only that one with gold because it's gonna benefit you way more than the others. And yeah, for runes that's it. I mean, the next thing that I want to talk about are the artifacts. You will try to get a lot of parry artifacts, of course. You will try to get you can see I have parry rating, I have armor, the armor is for damage. You will try to get a lot of dodge rating and of course a savage buff. Make sure you get on those two, the last two savage buff, at least both of them +2, so you will able to have +5 and do crazy amount of damage, and you have all the time crazy amount of survival sorry, crazy amount of armor and resistance. Yeah, something else. Yeah, the pet. Sadly, the best pet till now, it's the vegetables, the Brotherhood vegetables. It gives you dodge rating and parry rating by 1.5%, and you know, a lot of stats and stuff, and very nice spell that gives you armor and resistance 40% for 10 seconds. You can use it offensively, you can use the spell from the pet as well defensively, because of the armor and resistance. So it's very nice pet to have, and very cheap actually. So about rotation, there is of course a rotation for Battlemage, but I would say make sure you pay attention to your bars, and when you have the proc from the savage buff, then you can use your shocking grasp or the new skill, the power surge. Then you will be able to crit crazy amount of damage and deal a lot of DPS. So I would say more. What can I say more about battle mages? Yeah, actually that's the only thing that I can say about battle mages. At the moment you can see I'm 463 item level. I'm using 6 pieces from tier 3, and you can see all of them are SS grade, and trying to get, of course, the stones, and let me see, yeah, all the stones at level 3 and unlocking them, so you'll be able to have more stats. On the weapons I have already the purple one, the purple ones on level 1. On the legendary I have already the critical ones on purple. All the critical ones are purple. The next ones will be the blue ones that I'm gonna upgrade till purple, so I'll be having more stats than that I have now. Cleans, yeah, as I told you, try fast enough to get SS grades everywhere. Enchants, very important. If you want to be high-end tank and you want to be very fast going up, but you don't have the stats about it, you just go for cheapest enchants. And for tank enchants, don't go like me. As you can see, I'm going all of them for damage. Just on chest and pants I have vitality, because that's the only enchants that we have in game for them, and everything else is for damage output. Don't do it like me. I'm high-end tank. I'm playing since probably 1 week after the release the game, so I'm pretty old player. So if you're a new player, and don't go for full damage, just go for your defensive, like dodge rating, parry rating, vitality, resistance, and etc. Don't go like me. Yeah, about emblems, very important stuff actually. You should go first for your red ones because of the armor and resistance and the main stats. Just go for them first. So make sure you have all 3 of them at least till level 4, because they will increase your amount of resistance and armor and main stats a lot, believe me, a lot. So another thing about items and stats, you should do every week the highest possible Darkspire adventure. So you'll be able to get your rings, your accessory, and your amulet neck piece. Yeah, you can see at the moment I'm using strength and dexterity, and you're asking yourself why he's using strength and dexterity, not intellect. He's a battle mage, he needs intellect. Yes, I do need intellect, but I do benefit more from strength and dexterity just because both of them are giving me armor. Yeah, exactly, armor. So I'm getting a lot of armor, and that means I'm getting a lot of damage reduction, and I'm getting a lot of damage output. Rings, strength dexterity. Accessory, strength dexterity. Necklace, strength dexterity. Of course, for tank with dodge rating, don't forget. My rings are without because I'm overcapped. That's why I'm using with haste and critical for DPS. But my accessory and my necklace are still with dodge rating. So make sure you have your stats correctly. So, and the point that everyone awaits to see my stats on my tank. As you can see, I am 463 item level, and I am 69,104 rating. I have 1,238,000 HP. I have 15k intellect. I have 10k dexterity. I have 10k strength and almost 11k spirit. So pretty amazing. I have 74% critical rating. That's not much, but for a tank, pretty nice. Armor, I have 172k almost, and resistance 83k resistance. So, advance, let's see, accuracy, I have 103%. As a tank and a new player as a tank, as a battle mage, make sure you have a lot of accuracy so you'll be able to hit the bosses, because nowadays a lot of people are doing a crazy amount of DPS and you'll be losing your aggro right away. They will die, then they will kick you from the group, or worse, they will kick you from the raid and probably from the guild, just because you're not able to manage your tank and to hold your aggro. So make sure you have hit rating enough. I mean, make sure you hit your spells. Haste rating, I have 56%. Actually, you don't need to look for a tank to haste rating, so it's not important. And now the important part. As you can see, evasion, I have 56%, 55. So that means I have almost, I would say 47% dodge rating against level 85. Level 85 starts from, I think was from Overlord 18 or 17, I'm not sure. So the last boss will be level 85, and newer raids are with level 85 bosses, so you will need that. So I have 47%, so that's 3% under 50. So I will explain why I'm saying that. Now we go into parry rating. I have 53%, 71. When I combine both of them, I'm at 100%, 100.70% mitigation versus level 85. That means that when the boss tries to hit me, I have 100% chance to dodge him or parry him. So that's why you need your caps. That's why you need your parry rating. That's why you need your dodge rating. When you have those things, you will be never go under 40%, never gonna go under 30%. Of course, if you turn your back, you will not be able to parry. You will have only 50% chance to be dodged, but that's gonna be only 50%, so never turn your back to the boss, never. And yeah, and as you can see, I have as well a lot of block rating, but the block rating doesn't work so much because it mitigates only 30% of the damage. So basically, if the boss hits me for 100k, he will hit me with 70k. So, and he has 55% of 45% chance to hit me. So basically, yeah, 70k is not much, you say, but still, if you're lower tank and you don't have so much HP like me, like I have 1,240k almost, and 70k is nothing. But yeah, believe me, if you're lower tank with 800k HP, you'll get clapped. I mean, you'll get clapped. That's a lot of damage. And yeah, actually guys, that's the thing that I wanted to share with you about the battle mages. You can pretty nice tank everything. Even in PvP you will be very good. But for PvP probably I will do another video how I'm playing PvP, how I am two-shotting people. Yes, you heard correctly, I am two-shotting people as a tank. And yeah, pretty much that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if I missed something, just comment on the comments below, and like and share, guys. See you later.